Today we're going to take a walk through the greenhouse and kind of just get you up to date on what has been going on over the past week or so. Hi, I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings, and today I am in our garden center, and you can see behind me there is a bunch of hanging baskets. They are all filled with soil, and they are going to be planted up next week with our beautiful proven winter annuals. So we'll try to get you some of that process next week as that's happening. But for now, let's go ahead and just take a walk and see what's going on around the greenhouse this week. How are you doing, Mr. Milo? Are you enjoying this beautiful sunny day? Taking a little cat nap? Making sure nobody's touching those baskets, aren't you? So you may be wondering why the hanging baskets are just kind of setting here in our garden center. So the reason is, number one, this is a nice level to be planting these up on. But the main and most important reason is that once these are planted up, we'll let them grow here on these benches for about 4 weeks or so. And then we're going to give them just a nice light pinch, which will help encourage branching. And then once that pinch is done, they're going to head out to our back growing range where they're going to get put high up in the ceiling to continue their growth until they're ready to be brought back into the store when they're all filled out and flowering. So if we hang them up now after they've been planted and have to get up in the ceilings to do those pinchings, that's just a lot harder to do. So this is the easiest way for us to get that first pinch in, is just by leaving them here in the garden center. Such a beautiful day today. The sun is actually out. We have had hardly no sun in Michigan here for probably the last month or so. So right now you're in the greenhouse with all of our hydrangeas, or a lot of them anyways, and they're just happy as can be, getting just a little bit of that nice, fresh, natural sunlight. Somebody had asked how often we water the shrubs when they're in the greenhouse here in the winter, and the answer is not very often. But on sunny days especially, the growers will walk and look for any dry spots, and if they find dry spots, then they go ahead and give those plants a little shot of water. So not a lot of watering has to be done here in the winter, but definitely on sunny days we have to watch the plants because we don't want them to get dried out. Here we are in the shipping barn, and as you can tell, the cement has all been laid and it's all cured nicely. Today there's a team up in this space. They're spraying insulation in, so that way this can be a climate controlled area for while we're shipping out the plants. As you look up there, you can see that there's foam that's been sprayed. Here's kind of the area of 1/2 sprayed, 1/2 not. So they're working on getting a good level of spray foam up that will help keep this area insulated. The side walls as well will be sprayed and insulated. So this should be a pretty warm or cool area depending on what the need is for the time of year. They did put plastic down on the concrete, or cement, whatever you want to call it, so that the foam doesn't get on our brand new cement. So thinking ahead, because Rod would not be happy with his new cement all messed up. Everywhere we turn, there are contractors working. So earlier this week we had some plumbing that was put in for our water, our hoses and such. We still have to get drippers up in the ceiling for hanging baskets, but there's a lot of water lines that have been put into place, as well as electrical. They're working on electrical and getting our control boxes in too that will control there's vents up in the ceiling there, so it gets hot and cold. The vents will go up and down. So that's all getting wired and put into place as well. So one thing you'll notice in this greenhouse area, the 2 hoops over on that side, you're seeing a lot of dirt with the aisleway of cement, and those will be growing greenhouses. We'll be putting some ground mat over the soil so plants will go there. And then in this side of the greenhouse there's a lot of cement, and the reason is we're going to have some offices, and we'll go out in a minute, on the other side of this wall. So this way, I don't know, more high-low traffic and stuff can go through this area with a nice hard surface. Not to say that plants won't also be grown here, because plants will certainly be grown in this area as well, but we just wanted a nice wide area of hard surface so that we had options with what we wanted to do with this space at various times in the season. So let's go ahead outside and take a look at what's going on out there. Look at that blue skies, those white puffy clouds. Absolutely a beautiful Michigan day today. So just to kind of give you a perspective of where we're at, here is the front of the garden center and our parking lot. And out there's the road, which is where all of our gardens are near. This is our employee parking lot. And as we make our way around, you're going to see the new construction that's been going on. So this is what we're looking at today. Next week, this whole area here is going to be dug about 4 foot deep down, and it's going to become a 2-slot loading dock. So for years we've needed loading docks and just haven't done it. But this is the year that it's going to happen. So this is going to be getting dug out, I believe, on Monday, and there will be 2 places for 2 semi-trucks. So right now what the guys are doing is they're just moving a temporary wall back about 10 to 12 feet. That way the greenhouses can stay warm, so that way the outdoor wind and stuff doesn't blow into the greenhouses. So they're moving that back a little bit because that wall is going to have to get rebuilt to, I don't know, work with whatever they use for loading docks, bumpers, and all that good stuff. So that is going to be something that's coming up to be worked on. Also here on the side of the greenhouse, we have built kind of like a little lean-to area. And in this lean-to area, we are putting in 3 new bathrooms, which the team is super excited about. We have 2 bathrooms currently, and it's been sufficient for years. But the last few years have been kind of a pinch. A lot of lines waiting, especially at lunch hour, waiting to use the restrooms before or after their meals. So 3 new bathrooms out here in the shipping area is going to be wonderful. So 2 of the bathrooms are just going to be a toilet stall and a sink, and then the 3rd bathroom is going to have a toilet stall, a sink, and then also a shower in it. The reason for the shower is if somebody just is feeling extra dirty and wants to clean off, there'll be a space for that. But also too, it'd be a good space for if we were needing to spray anything, that the sprayer people can come in, and if they need to rinse off, wash off, they can do that. And then the next spaces you're seeing here, every 12 feet, I believe it is, you'll see a pole that's going down, and this is going to house several offices. So between each of those poles will be an office that's approximately 10 by 12. So 2 of the office spaces will be one will be for both the growers, one will be for the maintenance and construction team. Rod will have an office, and then we'll have an office for our inventory manager and whomever is working with her at the time. As we continue to move down a ways, there's going to be about a 36 or so foot office space that tentatively, I think we're going to just keep it as one big space. Not sure down the road what we'll do with it, but at least it's a big space if we need a big office space, because we can always section it off later down the road if we need to. And then as we get to the end, we're going to have just a little space that will be a cooler. So if we get our bare root plants in, or any plants that are cooled or chilled and need to stay cooled and chilled until we're ready to plant them, there'll be a little space that we can keep those as well. And then also to a designated drop-off for UPS, FedEx, and Amazon, because they can never figure out where they need to leave anything around this place. So if we have a designated door, hopefully it'll get used. So we're excited to just have this space where everything can kind of happen together. All the offices and people that are in the offices can be together. Now, you'll notice I didn't mention me. An office for myself or for my team, and the reason is with that is I'm pretty content just in the office that we built several years ago off the garden center. I like to be close to the garden center, that way if any of you YouTube followers come in and visit, that I'm easily accessible. Just stop out and say hi if you're here and want to say hi to me. Also too, I just like to be in the middle of the action. I love to see customers. I love to see the excitement when they're shopping, and just the joy that being around flowers brings to them. Also too, I love to see our team. When our team's out there interacting with the customers too. It's so much fun to see, you know, happy team members engaging with the customers and just bringing joy to all of those that stop into the store. So here is just a little peek at what's currently going on in the outdoor space. Always feels like it's something changing, something going on, but soon enough this will be all completed and we'll be ready for our spring shipping season. This area between the greenhouses here, and there's kind of a little mounding hill here. This is a drain field that I'm currently standing on, and we had to make our drain field run north and south. It used to go east and west, but because of this project we had to move it. So this drain field, we're going to put grass up here, maybe some flowers, but I think the vision for this area here is going to be just a grassy kind of field where customers and or our team members can come out if they want and enjoy their lunch just in a nice little grassy area. So that is the vision for the space I'm standing on right now. Who knows, Rod might change his mind and decide that this is going to become more flower beds. So we'll see. Something to look forward to this summer, because I'm sure if it's going to happen, it's going to happen soon. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments on today's video, please feel free to leave them below. And if you're new to our station, we invite you to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.